statement, they'll take any questions you have.
First of all, I want to give credit to West Virginia. It was a hard-fought game. Coach Huggins deserves a lot of credit for the way his guys fought us. They got to the foul line. They were very physical. And I think that was the difference in the game. There was a couple of 50-50 balls I thought would have made a lot of difference for us. I will say about my guys, coming off the last game, I thought they represented themselves very well, giving ourselves a chance at the end to either tie the game or win it. It's very difficult this time of year, especially when you have a young, inexperienced team, to get them up after the last couple of performances we've had, to come out here, which I think is one of the toughest places to play, even when I was in the Big East, being West Virginia, to come out and represent themselves the way they did. We're going to try to build on this and take it into our Oklahoma game on Wednesday. But again, I'm very proud of my team, and I definitely want to give credit to West Virginia. Questions?
Can you take us through the last play and what you guys were trying to set up?
What we're trying to do is I asked the guys at a timeout, you guys want to win it or you want to go to overtime? And then what was in my mind was we had Tolbert in foul trouble. Actually, Tolbert was out, Crockett was out, and Dayon was out. And we had Gocher in at the 4, and Ty was hurt. So it's going to be very tough, I think, for us to want to play another 5 minutes. And I ran a play for 3. I knew they were going to guard Dusty, so we brought Jamal through the gate, and say close the gate, and we cleared out Dusty. And if we didn't have the shot, or if they tried to do something tricky, we wanted Josh to drive it because the entire side was cleared out. And you know what? He's a good player, and he decided to take a 3. We would have suggested that he drive it, but if he made the 3, we'd be having a different conversation right now. So it's just something he has to learn, build on, and again, it was a great play to just drive it and maybe get a hand check and put him on the line.
What was kind of your thought process to call timeout after you guys got the rebound off their miss? It looked like you might have had some transition, but did you just want to make sure you got the regression?
We wanted to get the last shot, that 2020, in hindsight, 20, you can say that, but we could have thrown the ball away, and I would have hated to have ended the game with a timeout. We got the play we wanted, and we got a chance. We didn't. I wouldn't say that he took the wrong shot. He tried to make a shot. It wasn't the wisest shot. Obviously we could have driven the ball, which was part of it, and it's just one of those things. He's never been in that position in his life as a freshman point guard playing on the road in the Big 12. He's never been having the ball in his hands for the last shot. So it'll be a learning experience for him, and I think he's going to grow from it.
You mentioned it there at the beginning. They got to the foul line 41 times, so you guys 18 times. Just how big of a key was that?
Just do the math. It's a huge key. Every single time we're trying to be physical and we're trying to play hard. And hey, you know what? I'm not going to blame it on that. We had more than enough opportunities to do what we need to do. Now that certainly makes it tougher, but we had more than enough opportunities to make plays. We had a shot to win the game at the end of the game, and that's all you can ask for. We had an opportunity. I don't want to sit here and blame anything. There was enough offensive rebounds that we had given up. There's enough 50-50 balls that we could have gotten. We're not going to make any excuses as a program of that being the reason that we lost the game. Now, if you ask me a question, a bit honesty, would I rather be the one shooting 41 free throws? Yes.
Coach, the physical matchup with Kalitta, obviously he got a bunch of points, fouled a couple of your guys out. How difficult was that? What did you want to do with him to begin with?
I'm going to look at the stat sheet for a second, and I don't know how many fouls. He ended up with 2 fouls. He had one probably with 39 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. So, a guy who's that physical, he must have did an amazing job of not fouling the entire game. So, kudos to him, and I'm sure they're teaching him, great defensive techniques that we obviously need to take we need to learn from that and figure out how a guy that physical can never foul during the course of an entire game.
At the end of the game, you're only working with Tepsova and with your big men, and your guards get you a chance to win another final shot. You feel like, how do you feel like they're developing?
I think they're developing. Guys, every game is different. Every game is about matchups. And we just think about this team made 10 threes in Lubbock, and that was a major difference. Today they make 4. It's a big difference, We guarded today is what we did. The one thing, as I said before, we cover one hole and the leak comes in another place, and that was rebounding today. And I think if we rebounded better, we probably win the game by 10. You know, and the question is, you know, why we just can't put it all together for 40 minutes? But it's like I tell my guys, it's not about being perfect. It's about being together. And our guys were together and they play like a team and they gave themselves a chance, because it's not about winning the game. It's about having a winning attitude and doing things that lead to that. And that's where we are as a program right now. It's a process for us. Our attitude is more important. And I told my guys before the game, I'm not going to look at the clock to know how my team is playing. I'm going to watch what you guys do on the floor, and I could care less about the clock or the score. And I, as a coach, was very proud of my team today.